world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Resonance Rises. So, there was an update to 1.5.2, and, well, a few things happened. One, mage lights were completely destroyed for some reason, so I've been replacing them, and, well, at least there were no block updates for lights. There's a block update. Dang it. Place! So this place is going to be very dark as soon as it figures out that it's going to be, well, dark. And also, I was doing a bit of quarrying and got a bunch of resources. However, feel that, well, let's put it this way. We had a conversation, US and I and a few others, and we've all pretty much agreed that we should limit as much as possible all the chunk loading that we have been doing. Now, I've been a big culprit, I do admit that, of doing a bunch of chunk loading, especially with quarry, max size quarry, I should also add. And it is a bit taxing on the server. So what I think I'm going to do is, well, remove these tesseracts for one, and remove this one. Haha! And I'm falling. And then we're going to try to, well, my base is set up as if I'm single player, meaning that it's set up in such a way that it's like I'm the only player, and the problem is I like to use chunk loaders quite liberally, and that's not gonna happen. So what I'm thinking of doing is setting up shop in a different area than this. This is fine, it's nice architecturally, however, it's not good on the server for chunk loaders. So what I'm thinking of doing is finding a good building place and making some sort of huge tower and having, like, you know, as a challenge to myself, only 4 chunk loaders. I think that'll be interesting. So there were a few changes as well. I might as well get into those. One of them is the Magic Fabricator. The Magic Fabricator has a new look. Swirly. And did the recipe change? Fab? That's fab. Yes it did actually. And there it's going by itself. Oh dear. And also, another thing is that, well, let's change that so that the grease lightning doesn't appear. Hey! Stop it. As you can see, the lightning is, for some reason, maybe it's stopping me from getting it. But the lightning has changed so that it's definitely a bit different. And also, fabricators, the magic fabricators, they create deficit, which is something that I have not gotten into at all yet. So we might need to explain that when we look at our magic. So I think that we're going to want to find a nice biome to work in. And place. Find a nice biome to work in and have a little more fun that way. And then probably set up a nice building. Hopefully get the building in such a way that it's 4 chunks, but also not visually distracting. So here is the new Nexus as well. It's a Dimensional Doors Nexus. I think I showed it before. And there are a bunch of different areas that have already been picked up. That doesn't look good. So we got Linda and Lambert, we got Core. How could you tell? Miko and Trit. And we also have the Nether Nexus, Pony's Shelter, Pony Q. I'm just going to call him Q. I refuse to call him Pony. And then there's one other thing. If we levitate up, here's another part of the Nexus, which Poppy made for himself, including Poppy's dirt hole. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe I'll put the other Nexus, or rather the other door up there. And I'm going to find a spot, get rid of this biome, which is now called the Majestic Meadow. For some reason on the update it changed the Alps to a Majestic Meadow. So I'm going to go explore a bit. I think I remember one location that'll be good for an area. Actually, I'll get some stuff for landmarks. Then we should be ready for the great move. Okay, so I'm thinking that this is going to be our plot of land. We're obviously going to need to do a bit of terraforming to make sure that it's all straight and perfect looking. I'm thinking that a filler will probably be the best way to get rid of it. And this nice open pasture I find actually next to, let me get out of this. Next to two villages is pretty good. Now, this is a bit of a problem, having sewage and I managed to step into the sludge as well. That's nauseating. I'm probably going to need to fill those in. That's just ridiculous. So what I'm thinking is once this... Thank you! Thank you for realizing I was a little annoyed. I'm going to use a filler to knock most of this stuff in and also fill most of it with the cobblestone. Oh my god. Did it really just do that? Huh. I just dropped down to no hunger. Well, I'm gonna work on this, and then I'll be right back once we get something reasonable. Okay, so I'm thinking we're going to be doing a bit of, some magical stuff, and work on our Thaumcraft research. Now, I know it's not the most interesting stuff in the world, however, it is probably something that we're going to want to definitely look into, because there's there was a new addition to Thaumcraft, or at least this mod pack, that I think we're going to really want to look at, and it's called the Thaumic Tinkerer. So, if we're going to work on that, we're going to need to get a few things. Obviously, we will need some shards. So, let's see. Can we grab shards from here? No, we are actually missing energy. I believe I had a wreck somewhere. Wreck. This place is a wreck. Oh. Let's place our wreck down. Redstone energy cell, I should probably say. I'm sure abbreviations are confusing to some people. And let's access our chest. And we got a lot of water shards, which I suppose we'll use. My quarry's stuck in there as well. And let's get working. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is to make well, as you probably know, the Wand of the Adept. Sorry, the Wand of the Apprentice, which just takes any old shard and a nice gold nugget, and we get a Wand of the Apprentice. So what we need to do first of all is make our Thaumic, which is a bookshelf, and after draining a bit of yeast, we need to wait a bit. Dang it, lightning, and I can't really say it's Thaumic lightning, and not the fun lightning that I can cast at will. Like so. Too bad I can't. Oh, I do not want to burn my bridges, or at least my bookshelf. There we go. So the Thaumic has got a nice new texture, and you can see there's quite a bunch of interesting things, such as the base stuff like Nitor and the silk, but there's other silk over here that we're definitely going to want to look at. A new wand. Also down here, this is something I really want to get into, as well as some other things like this nice watch and a bunch of other small doodads that we're going to definitely want to go into. But before we go into that, we're definitely going to need a few things such as some tables. So that's just, let's see, we're going to need 3 tables, I do believe. So let's get all of that. Let's see, 1, 2, that will be perfect, my dear sir. And then we'll go with that. So let's go with 3 tables. And we're not going to move into the other base yet, but we're definitely going to want to start working over here. I think this will be a good magical area. So first of all, let's make our nice workbench here. And the other area, which I think will be of some merit, is here. Okay, so let me get the next part, then we can continue. So in the current version of Resonance Rise that we're in, the Thaumic stuff, some of the generalized crafting, unfortunately, is not correct. For instance, if we look at the lovely little scribing tool, yeah, I do not think that an empty disk is how we make a scribing tool, so we are definitely going to have to watch out for that, but I believe, if memory serves correctly, scribing tools are made like that. Okay, so that's good. So an ink sac, glass bottle, as well as a feather. So let's go into here. I'm really hoping we can get into the Thaumic Tinkerer stuff very soon. So here we go. Ooh, that mage light, actually, that mage light looks like it's in a perfect position. and my Alps are definitely getting a real beating. So we have this lovely little interface that we're definitely going to need to explore, but we will also need to explore something a little, something called paper that we have to get. I don't know if any of you people out in the boonies happen to know what that is, but let's just whack some with our book and get some. And also, we might as well get some of these squids while we have the opportunity, because I'm sure ink sac is a good use of meat and that dark stuff. I thought that dark stuff, you can tell I am very well versed in the aspects of Thaumcraft. That dark stuff. Come on, man, come on. I've also got an axe of the stream, which I found in a dungeon. I don't know if I told you guys already. Oh well, managed to find it. Yippee-ki-yay. Let's go onwards. So first of all, let's mess up our crafting and get some paper first of all, and just shove it in. So not into there, but into here. So this is where all of our research is going to start, and I think I'm going to want to have that there and Thaumic here. So some of the things that I'm going to want to research, or let's see some of the things that we definitely want to go into. Definitely some new bee stuff, some stuff involving appetite, but there's these wands, obviously, but this wand, I might as well say, is called the Wand of the Condor, which is pretty much the one after the lightning wand, which is definitely going to be something we're going to want to look at. So let's see what first can we research to better understand our Thaumic environment. So first of all, we have an unknown theory. We might as well flood it. Oak slabs doesn't actually have anything, nor does that. That does, that does. Let's actually lower our volume. Whoa, why was it that high? Is this involved? No, it isn't. Might as well use the levers, and we see that Fractus is the main component of this. So Fractus is obviously some cobblestone. Can we even see aspects through that? No, we cannot, nor does that actually have any aspects. So first of all, probably going to need a mountain of cobblestone to be able to better get everything. There we go. Methinks we have too much cobblestone. There we go. I think one stack and a bit is enough. Actually, one stack perfectly is enough. So Fractus will be a nice lovely addition that we'll add. So Fractus, just breaking new ground here. Oh, alumentum. Alumentum is explosive, if I remember correctly. It's not going to involve this, nor is it going to involve a lot of things. By the way, I do not like spoilers. You probably don't like spoilers either. So I should have probably said this earlier, but if you do not want to see any sort of research ruined for yourself, you probably should look away now. Yeah, I should have warned you guys before that. Okay, any of this that we can throw in? Let's see. Practice wouldn't be anything. Let's see gravel. Now, alumentum is explosive by nature, right? So I should probably use something that's a little more explosive. Let's see what we can find. Coal? Actually, coal might be a good idea, because alumentum is a type of fuel as well, though it's also mechanical in nature, so redstone might be something that we're going to want. Oh, we can actually see stuff. That is great. This is actually a lot easier. So if we, I'm just thinking ahead to what we might need in the future, and there's coal here. In our future base, we're probably in our nice little Thaumcraft room. We're probably going to want to make a lovely little, oh, great, elementum. We're probably going to want to have, since it's such an easy thing to do, have a few crafting terminals, not crafting terminals, but terminals that will allow us to see all the stuff in our chest. I'm thinking that every single area is going to want one of those. But anyways, okay, so here we go. This is a crucible, or rather we need a crucible for the alumentum that requires 3 fractus, 6 ignis, and 6 potentia. That's not too bad. You know, we probably should have made a crafting table. So in fact, I think I'm going to, not a You know, I am tripping over my words so much, I cannot even believe I'm still functioning. So first of all, we're going to need a cauldron, and actually put that in there. Cauldron? Oh, we're going to need fire for this cauldron, which is probably going to need to be there. So, netherrack and an eternal fire, which is going to be fun. Actually, we might as well, you guys already saw this, and also that sneaky little bugger, he hid his base in here. Dave's nexus is hidden, and it actually looks like he did quite a bit of work on this base. Cleared out some rooms, made that a nice little roof, and ooh, oh my. Nice little dune there. Anyways, we're probably doing a little. It'd be nice if you labeled these. Anyways, let's get back to our nexus, get some netherrack, then we'll start getting the world burning. What the heck? What? Celestial crystal shards. Where the heck is celestial crystal? And how did Miko and Tritz? Where did they go to get celestial crystal? I'm thinking for a second. Celestial crystal. That's probably a new dimension. One of the new the Promised Land. Ah, it's added in Biomes of Plenty. It's a completely new dimension, new and separate dimension that you can go to. I think they went, if I remember correctly, they went to it via some sort of hacky way by using the dimensional doors completely accidentally, if I understand it correctly. But let's see, do we have any sort of fire spell currently on our person? Meteor jump, I suppose, and summon fire and elemental. We could use that, and we don't really have a flint and steel. Are we still using the Greg test recipe for that? Yes, we are. Wait a second, I got some steel, don't I? Steel? Steel! Yes! We can go and make some flint and steel if we actually use the correct interface for this. Okay, steel nuggets, and we're going to need to get some flint, I believe. Flint! Of all the times to not have flint readily on my person, has to be when I need it, for once in my sort of life. Yes, one flint, thank you. And we're going to want to make one flint and steel. I am starting to regret that suggestion. Please don't kill me. And we are almost out of that. Okay, so let's light this up and destroy those blocks. Put our cauldron on, and I believe we need water in this. No, we do not. Okay, but it would be a good idea to get some water, so we might as well grab some of that via a bucket, and we already have buckets. That would have been a good thing to remember. So one bucket here, and the lag. I don't even see how that's possible. I'm actually think I'm the one lagging and not the server, so it's probably completely my fault for this. So it's I can't really complain. Okay, so we got one research down. We might as well. Ooh, and we got some Ignis more. Okay, now we got some more Ignis and Potentia. This is probably Nitor. Yes, it is Nitor. Okay, so get that. And now that that's done, we're going to need to find, I believe it's the mechanic bar. Okay, the glowing flames seem to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seems endless, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to produce much heat, though it could prove to be a safe store of light and energy. Okay, so that's Nitor. We're probably going to need a dedicated area for all of this to be in, because frankly I don't think we can work on too much of this at one given time. Okay, good thing it doesn't actually take too much space whenever we use that, or else I'd be a bit screwed. Okay, so Nitor, if we have flame, we need probably Mechana, which is redstone, or lumen. Actually lumen is probably the aspect that we need. Luminosity! Though we are out of glowstone, aren't we? If this turns out to be the one that we need, I'll go and mine a bit more glowstone. It doesn't look... Oh, it does. Okay, I'm gonna get some more glowstone, then I'll be back. Boom, boom, boop, boo, doo, 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 doo. Ba da da da. Magic, you can do anything. Magic, so many things await. Magic, why not do that? I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so I managed to find quite a bit of glowstone. Gaseous glowstone. Ooh! Ah, this is one of the things that I wanted to showcase. Yes! Yes, okay, so gaseous glowstone. We're definitely going to want to get into that, but that requires lumen and some other things. We're going to want to see. Okay, we got that and okay, so gaseous. Okay, researching the intricacies of the light is paying off. You're close to finding a way to make completely invisible light. This is something that when I looked at the mod spotlight for this mod, not Tinker's Construct, Thaumic Tinkerer. We at least have one root of a word, correct? When I originally looked at the spotlight, this was one of the things that I definitely wanted to look at. It's definitely a good... Did I say definitely before? Yeah, probably. Okay, so this is gaseous glowstone. Once we actually get into it, it doesn't require fire. Once we actually get to it, I'll be able to explain more once we craft a bit. So that's actually, we're going to need those glass bottles, won't we? That's a good bet at least, because it's probably going to require to contain the gaseous glowstone. Okay, so da-da-da. Vacuum! No! Crud. Okay, what would gaseous glowstone require? Okay, intricacies of light, close to finding a way to make completely invisible light. I gotta think about this for a second. Okay, the only thing I can think of adding is air, because gaseous glowstone would supposedly be airy. So if we add some air, aha! Let's try this. Yes! Thank goodness. About light time, we needed aura. So here is gaseous glowstone. I've actually never had this before, so let's see. Okay. Gaseous glowstone. We need to have in an infusion altar, a glass vial, a netor, glowstone, as well as 8 aura. So you have studied the intricacies of the light and found out a way to create completely invisible light by infusing glowstone with the raw flame. This vial contains a concentrated extract of gaseous glowstone that can be released through a right click and will spread relatively fast in a nearby area, lighting it up. So I kind of can be like Joe Hills, just light it up. If you understand that reference, I applaud thee. Okay, so do we have the Netor already? So we need Ignis, Lux, and Potentia. I'm thinking we're going to need 5 of this just to go and have fun with it. So let's see. How much of this? Okay, so we need... Okay, we want 5 of this, right? So that means we need 10 glowstone. Let's get this all out. Oh, how did... I thought I filled you. Guess not. Okay, 10 glowstone in here as soon as you speed up. Yeah, 10 glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you too. Okay, so now we have 10 glowstone in there. That'll be the Lux. We also need Potentia. So we need 4, so 20 in total of Potentia. So that means 10 of this. Assuming that this doesn't have this. This has Fractus, Potentia, and Flame. So let's see what this has. Okay, we need 4 Flame and 4 that. So we can actually use 10 of this. Okay, and drop in. Drop in. Did we drop it in? Ow, that hurt. Must have been the fire. Lag. Okay, so, bam! Now we got our 5 Netor. And now we're going to need files, right? So the glass file, if we check, is a relatively simple creation, I believe. Okay, we need clay and glass. Huh, clay and glass makes a glass vial? Is it vial or file, or am I just filing that away as in needless information? It doesn't matter, just create the dang thing. Okay, clay. I can gather clay quite easily. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I think I've used this tone before. I have no clue why I'm doing this. Okay, so glass vials. I think 8 glass vials will be enough. Actually, let's see. There. And we're also going to need, let's just light this up and go with that. And we're just going to need a few more things. So, Wand of the Adept. And also, let's do some eating since that's probably necessary and check what we have. So, glass vial, Nitor, and glowstone. So we should be able to see that this is going to start working in a second, assuming that my lag doesn't mess up. Okay, so we don't see anything yet. This isn't the proper formation, so all we need to do is add in a bit of water here, and we're going to need how many feathers? We're going to do 5 crafts, right? So that's 8, so that's 4 per, right? Yeah, 4 per, and we're going to need 1 extra feather for all this. I believe so. At least we have enough chickens for feathers, and the fact that looting gives quite a bit is quite exceptional. So this is... why did it do that? I have no idea. Okay, standing in a cauldron is a bad idea. So let's throw that in, and we should have everything that we need here. Oh, infusion altar. Crud. We're not even at the infusion altar stage, so we can't create this. Ah! Dang it. That just kind of sucks. And this is useless. Fudge. Okay, so we can't quite yet do this research. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to be a little mean on this, but since we can't make it, we can't make it. We're going to have to wait until later on, once we get all the infusion altar requirements, to be able to do that. That being said, this is going to be a bit, let there be annoyance. Yay. Aspects in the air. That's what I've always wanted. I'm gonna ask Dave about the top module thing. It's really annoying, the top left. Okay, so we probably only have enough time to get one more out of the way. So let's get sand as a possible reagent and get soil. Apparently nothing uses solum right now. Fractus. Okay, unknown theory. Using Fractus. Work away. Gunpowder. I don't really want to use gunpowder. Don't really have any usage of making gunpowder via this method, but I suppose if that's the only way to do it, I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, conversion. I know seeds have that, but I don't exactly have a plethora of seeds at my vacuity. I'm vacant in the seed department, so I'm probably going to have to raid a few fields for that. Actually, I know where to get some. Those villagers did not know what hit them. Okay, so once we get this, we should be okay. Assuming that everything is, well, okay. Let's see, there we go. We got the gunpowder, and we finally have one less thing against our sand. Am I in a sieve skin? I can never tell what... Oh, what the... Why do I see Steve arms while I'm holding this then? It's very odd. That's very odd. I'm guessing that might be a glitch with that, but anyways, we are now able to create gunpowder at a, I suppose, a reasonable cost, though that's not the most reasonable I've ever seen, but that's just my theory. Okay, so here's one final other, which is gaseous tenebrae, tenebru, which I'm guessing, if I were to say anything, it's probably the opposite of gaseous glowstone, which I haven't even gotten into. I might as well explain it right now. So imagine, actually, I can't really explain it without using it first, which is a bit annoying since I've never used it. So I'm going to say this. Gaseous glowstone, it lights stuff up. And it has nice particle effects. I wish I could show you it, but actually, I'm not going to be a meanie. I'm going to hop into a test world and show you it myself. Okay, so here we are in a test world. I just want to test the nice, lovely little gaseous glowstone. So, actually, you're killing sheep. So if we just place this down right here, it starts to lighten up the entire area. And if you can see, it seems like it stays continuously light, but there's these lovely little particle effects that you can tell that it's nice. And if you look, it's probably like some sort of invisible torch right over here. If we were to cover up this area, I'm sure that you wouldn't be able to tell the effect. Ooh, that's a new tree. I do not want to look at that new tree because I want to look at you in the non-test world. So this is just to give a little sneak peek at what we're going to be definitely using probably everywhere now that I think of it. And I'm wondering, how much does this spread? We're gonna need a flat biome for that, though. What the heck? Dang it. Whoever you are, you're a jerk. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Resonance Rises. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this in future bases. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day. You are a sheep.